My name is Christine Sullivan and I'm here from Coastline Elderly Services, and today I am really excited to be at Round the Bend Farm where they're going to help us make a nice healthy egg dish. And so if you're one of the residents who pre-registered for this program, you should have a number in your grocery bag, and at the end of the cooking program we are going to draw that number and the winner will receive a $25 gift card to the market basket.
Welcome to Round the Bend Farm. I'm Desa, VanLaarhoven, the Executive Director here. We are thrilled to invite you into our world. Round the Bend Farm, a center for restorative community, is a 115-acre working farm and education nonprofit based in South Dartmouth, Massachusetts. We are super lucky to be on this land. It is absolutely beautiful, and our mission as a nonprofit is to act as a living laboratory. So we do all sorts of experiments around restorative living and sustainable farming. And we really aim to cultivate, educate, and empower people of all ages. So we love the young ones all the way to the very, very wise ones, like all of you.
Hello, my name is Shaun. I'm the Kitchen Director and Executive Chef here at Round the Bend Farm, a center for restorative community located in South Dartmouth, Mass. Today we're making a hearty crustless quiche for two, and the produce was grown here at Round the Bend Farm using organic practices. And the pork that we're using, the pigs were fed a non-GMO grain diet and pasture raised. So for our ingredients for today's hearty crustless quiche for two, we'll be using 1 to 2 tablespoons of organic olive oil, but whatever oil you have available, vegetable, canola, you can feel free to use another option. We'll also be using a 1/4 cup of chopped onion, 2 cups of chopped kale, ground pork. We'll just be using 3/4 cup though of the ground pork, 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. You could use feta, Swiss cheese, Monterey Jack, pepper jack, 4 eggs, 1 cup of milk, 1 pinch of salt, 2 pinches of black pepper, a pinch of ground nutmeg, 1 tablespoon of chopped chives. I'm going to use a little bit of rosemary. In regards to the greens that we're using, you could also use Swiss chard, you could use kale. In preparation of the kale, do what's easiest for you. I chopped today's kale. Using a larger kale, you can destem it by simply putting the kale in between your thumb and your forefinger and pulling like this. And see, it pulls out the stem. Then that makes it easier. Kale is soft enough that you could, instead of chopping it, you could just rip it up, just like that, for sauteing. In regards to the meat that we used in the ground pork, you could also use ground beef. You could use any type of sausage if you had chorizo, linguiça, sweet Italian, hot Italian sausage. You could use just the meat of your choice. In today's recipe, we're using chopped rosemary, but you could use whatever you have available that's fresh. If you had fresh thyme, you could even use dried herbs. If you had, let's say, dried Italian seasoning, that would work as well in the recipe.
So what I'd really like is for people to understand that choosing and preparing healthy food does not have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be difficult, and it doesn't have to be expensive. So what we're going to show you today is a really simple dish that you can do on a budget, and it's really flexible to fit whatever your tastes are.
At Round the Bend Farm, we believe that everything you put inside your body really matters. And so every single thing, like water and food, affects the cells of our body. So one of the big things that we really try to do is buy local. If we can't grow it here organically, if we can't grow it, because of course we can't grow everything, we're in New England, But if we can't grow it, then we buy it locally. And the reason we buy local is because essentially the farmers in the local community are picking the produce when it's the most nutrient dense food it can be. So it's nutritious and it's ripe and it's delicious. So that's why we love to do that. When we can't do that, of course, we then buy organic and go out from there. But we really, really believe in the local community and the local economy as well. So the statistic that I've understood for many, many years is that approximately 80% of the money that you spend in the local economy at a farm actually stays in the local economy. So at Round the Bend Farm, that's really, really important to us as trying to strive to be a restorative community and build more restorative community.
So first thing I want to do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And I'm going to grease the pie plate. So I'm just going to use a little olive oil, put it on a paper towel, and grease the pie plate. This is a 9-inch pie plate that we'll be using. I'm just going to pour a little olive oil on here. Spray also works if you have spray. They sell in the store. You can use that. So just greasing the pie plate. I'm going to take 1 tablespoon of olive oil and put it into the skillet. I'm going to put this on medium heat. And let it heat up, and then I'm going to saute the vegetables, so the onion and the kale. I'll be adding in a 1/4 cup of onion and sauteing the onions for 3 to 4 minutes until soft. I've just finished sauteing the onions here. I'm going to add in a little additional oil, about a 1/2 tablespoon, and then I'm going to add in the 2 cups of kale and saute the kale for an additional few minutes. The kale is still have a nice vibrant green color and is wilted, so I'm going to shut it off and I'm going to set the ingredients aside on a plate. So again, I'm going to cook the ground pork over medium heat. I'm just breaking the pork up just to help it cook a little more evenly. Pork here is fully cooked. As you can see, there's no pink left. There's no pink running out. We're going to shut it off now. We're going to drain out our 3/4 cup that we'll need for the quiche. I'm just going to tilt the pan, squeeze that grease out. I'm going to set aside my 3/4 cup. Next, we're going to use the prepared pie dish, and we're going to take the sauteed vegetables and spread them in the bottom. Next, we'll take the 3/4 cup of ground pork, and we'll also spread that into the pie plate. And then we're going to add the 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. Next, I'm going to crack the eggs. So we have 4 large eggs. Nice and farm fresh. You see how yellow those beautiful yolks are? We'll add in our 1 cup of 2% milk. We're going to add in 1 pinch of salt. So we're just going to take 1 little pinch. So it looks like that. 2 pinches of pepper. 1 pinch of nutmeg. And since I'm using rosemary today that I've chopped up, I'll take a healthy pinch of rosemary. Then we're going to whisk it all together. It's all whisked together. We're going to pour it into the pie dish. And then we're going to top that with our chives. So we're going to put it into the oven at 350 and bake it for 30 to 40 minutes or until it's set or reaches 165 degrees. So it's been about 38 minutes and we're going to take the quiche out of the oven, check the temperature, make sure it's ready. Okay, so this is at roughly 168 degrees, so it's done. You don't want the quiche to be any liquid left, you know, so it's set. You see it's not jiggling or shaking. As mentioned in the beginning of the program, if you had pre-registered and watched the program, that we would be drawing the winner of the raffle for a free gift at the end. So now is that time. So we have numbers in here, and I'm going to pick one. And the winner of the raffle is number 49. Please call Christine Sullivan at 508-742-9132 to claim your free gift. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your hearty crustless quiche for two.
We'd like to thank the farmers that grew the local food you received. We believe it was grown with the utmost of love and care. We hope you enjoy the quiche in this little video, and our wish is that you are surrounded by love, light, and positive energy. Bon appetit!